Pile 1, the zodiac. What's your sign? Pile 2, Charles Manson, Notorious. Let's start a family. And look at that cutie. Maybe you can already tell which one's my pile. Richard Ramirez. Gravitate to which Valentine's Day card is calling your attention. Check out the timestamps down in the description. Pile number 1, the zodiac pile. Like the video to energetically connect to the reading. So, who has a crush on pile number 1? Okay. King of Swords. I actually see a Gemini. Someone who has their sun sign in Gemini. They're looking really stern. And they kind of have that very much focused on their studies attitude. So it might not be too obvious that they have a crush on you. And the thing is, oh wow, lots of cards. Maybe I don't even need a shuffle. I'll just grab these cards that fell on the floor. So they'll kind of be the know-it-all. You know the type. So if you even try and suggest something, they're just so smart, huh? 7 of Pentacles. A good way to connect with Geminis is to just, and it doesn't even have to be someone with Gemini in their sun sign. It could be in their chart. And some people use different forms of astrology. So a lot of the times I don't even really call out signs, but I just was called to do that this time. And so, for example, I have Gemini moon in Western astrology, but in sidereal astrology, my moon sign's in Taurus. So, but we have the 7 of Pentacles, and I think it's cool how she has a book on the table. That was the first thing that I saw. So I see this connection, and this is a love reading. So I see the connection really being connected through knowledge and wisdom. So could be someone you know from where you learn about whatever you're learning. It could even be someone on the internet, or if you go to certain classes, you'll kind of know who I'm talking about. But I see just patience of it growing, and something that you're slowly acknowledging is growing. We have the 3 of Wands. So your emotions are under control right now, and you're manifesting love. If it's something you're positively looking at, even if it's casual or something serious. And the thing is, even if you're not doing that, maybe you want to. For me, I've been manifesting love. I've been doing chants daily, and I do chants about a lot of different things, but definitely that's been something I've been focusing my attention on. Ooh, cool. We have the King of Wands reversed. I'm excited to do the reverse cards. It's kind of funny to look at them though when they're upside down. So yeah, with the King of Wands reversed, I feel as though this person that has a crush on you, with that know-it-all attitude, they're soon going to realize that tactic isn't working. And I do feel as though actually this person has lustful vibes. It's something on their mind. And it's definitely been on their mind lately. The Empress. So, a new beginning with just a lot of taking things to a different level with this person. So it could be, I'm channeling that you're trying to get creative on how you could slowly feel things out. You kind of know what you want, but there's going to be something added to the mix that you're kind of thinking that you should. The Four of Pentacles. I would say open your heart a little bit more. You're kind of guarding it a little too much. It is good to guard it. Especially, you want to be safe and protect yourself. Maybe you've had certain experiences. And especially if it's someone new, it is smart to earn the trust and definitely not rush things. But don't guard it too much. I like how the cat here is looking outside. It's just, I feel as though there's going to be more abundance with love if you put yourself out there too more, because maybe even with this certain crush, if it doesn't work out, at least you'll have options. Oh, and I grabbed 9 cards exactly, or the ones that fell out, and that's how much I wanted to do per pile. 6 of Pentacles. So yeah, a lot of giving and receiving of earthly love. I feel like this time around, it's important for you to have that special someone, whether it's someone new or someone you're already in a relationship with, but I feel as though jealousy just needs to be released, and you need to be able to, within boundaries and with respect, but just be able to give and receive love. Sometimes I'll see couples and they're just so jealous if someone gives their significant other a compliment, or their significant gives someone else like innocent compliment. It just really escalates. I feel as though jealousy can get in the way, so I say just kind of release that type of energy and vibe. And a lot of things deal with communication with love. So the Page of Swords, I'm also feeling a different energy for this card. So it seems as though there's actually a new love coming through. And again, all the books are on the floor. This one's a little messy. So I feel this love interest is a little more chaotic. There's just something about it to where it might even, both love interests might even know each other. And then lastly, we have the Hierophant. So it's something I feel as though that's going to be successful with your love life, and the person or multiple people who have crushes on you is having that balance. Maybe you can, talk to both people, but also I feel as though when knowledge was coming up for me, I'm channeling from spirit that actually when you're going to be teaching the person or people who have crushes on you. They're going to learn from you, and that's actually going to create a harmony in these relationships. Who has a crush on pile number 2? Okay, 2 again. I'm kind of feeling like there are actually 2 crushes. That's what I got with pile number 1 too. Yeah, it's okay. You have more to choose from, right? So, 8 of Pentacles. There's an abundance. An abundance of, I feel as though, an earthly connection. This person in particular really likes being out in nature. And they're more of like a go with the flow kind of thing. Or they're that's kind of what they're about. Go with the flow. I feel as though this person that has a crush on you, they don't really even know what they want exactly, but they're open to it. And they're observing. They're seeing how you're acting around them. 2 of Wands. Oh yeah, like with this energy, there's just a lot of passion. There's a lot of passion, and then I feel as though this particular energy that I'm picking up of this person who has a crush on you, they're more on the dominant side. And actually, they're pretty controlling. They're dominant in a lustful way, but they actually enjoy being that dominant figure when they're dating someone. I'm kind of finding myself like that too, so as long as it's in a healthy balance. We have the Wheel of Fortune. All right, so I do see that second energy that I was picking up on, the more dominant person. And yes, men can be dominant. Okay, that is weird. I just noticed. Okay, why is that one coming apart too? But I just noticed actually that my glove's coming apart. Huh. Okay. Well, luckily I know how to repair that, but it's unraveling on that side too. But it's just weird because they're not even that tight. But this is a sign, okay? This is a sign. I feel as though, so I was talking about dominance. But yeah, and see, the thing is, I don't even know if I want to talk about that. Just with how woke people are these days, it's just, I don't even want to get involved in certain conversations. But I would just say, be open to it, and you might not even know or realize who's more dominant in a relationship. I always, like, for me, most of my exes thought I was submissive, but I don't really think I am, but maybe that's why they're my exes. But the first thing that I was thinking before I was even talking about that or noticed that my glove was unraveling was that I feel like that second energy I was picking up, they're playing games. They want to play games. You know how that is. I don't mind playing games. If someone wants to play games, I'll play games. I love winning at games. So that's what's really... And then you're in control of what you want to do with this. Are you just not going to play those games? Are you going to have a little bit of fun, play games? Sometimes playing a little bit can make things interesting. It just depends how far these games are taken, you know? Oh, wow. Okay. The Magician. Yeah, someone is definitely doing some love magic. And I feel as though it's another party. I know a lot of people don't really like to say things like that. Or readers. I mean, some readers do, but I generally don't always like to say that. But see, the thing is, magic if someone's doing love magic on you, they might not even realize it. They might just... love magic can be as simple as thinking positive about a certain connection. So if you're thinking and wanting things to work out, and you're continuously being in that mindset, focusing on it, having that almost your mantra for the day, it could really help manifest it. So that's all really I'm gonna say on that, because there's probably just a lot of different scenarios for different people. Okay, 4 Pentacles came up again. So I feel as though the first energy that I was picking up that has a crush on you, they're feeling like you're a little closed off. You're a little cold, maybe a little short with how you talk to them. Maybe you're not even realizing it. You could be busy and give short answers, but they're feeling like they're guarding your heart. But it could be because you kind of do have options. Okay, so we have the Page of Wands in reverse. I honestly feel like you're probably just not really wanting to rush into anything. It might be because of what you've been through in the past. It's okay to take breaks from being anything serious and just fun, innocent, playful love. I do still get like a fun, innocent, playful vibe with both of these connections, actually. It's just, I don't really see any start at this point. But it could be that you're just taking things slow, too. So we have the 4 of Swords. With all these different suitors that you have, different options, I feel like it's boosting your confidence, actually. And just having these different ideas, you're just kind of open to it. And love is something that's really inspiring to you. With however you artistically create, it could give you that boost. I get like that too. Even if it's a miserable kind of boost, especially since I'm emo, I kind of like that stuff. Even rejection can be something that can give you a boost, or if something just doesn't work out. I have very interesting ways of being inspired, but I feel as though different ideas with love with different people are definitely having you feel more confident about your looks as well. And then we have the 6 of Wands in reverse. I feel like you're being really picky with who and what you spend your time with. But in this case, I feel as though you're doing good, because you see your value, and you, at this point in the game, you kind of know what you're looking for. Oh, wow. Okay. And then with being picky, we have the Hermit card. One of the first things I noticed on the Hermit card was the owl on the top. And with this, you're focusing on your energy. I feel since you are being picky more, there's one person you have a crush on. Because yeah, this reading's about who has a crush on you, but ultimately it's love depends on the other person too. So I feel as though you've already had time to reflect out, and you're focused, and you know where you want to go with it. I would say get out of hermit mode. And it could even be in nature. It doesn't even have to be around people. Of course, it's good to put yourself out there, but I feel like you already know who you're interested in. So going out in nature is really good for just cleansing your energy. Cleansing your energy and just connecting with the nature spirits. I feel like it's just going to be a positive overall outcome for you. You'll have, when you can go out, clear your head, go for a walk, and just take it day by day. Who has a crush on pile 3? Be sure to like the video so you can energetically connect to the reading. Okay, we already got some cards popping out. 8 of Cups. Now, I feel as though you've turned your back to some situations. You've turned your back to multiple crushes. Maybe you just weren't impressed and you're ready to move on from a lot of past connections. Maybe there's just the same people who are getting your DMs over and over, and it's gotten to the point where they want to talk to you, but just with the way the conversation's going, it's time for you to just kind of get up and go with your emotions. 10 of Swords. Yeah, again, verifying that ending. Especially one major connection. There's just a lot of on edge feeling. Especially can be really scary nowadays, talking to people online. Thinking, yeah, it's just looking at what's going on in the profile. How legit does this person seem? So I would say love is in your reach. But with all these endings, connect with your support system, meaning your friends and people who can help you. Just connect with your heart more. And it's, even though we're trying to figure out who has a crush on you, which, speaking of, the next card's going to explain that. You got to be prepared for that crush too. So we have the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, there's someone who is coming in. They're coming in new, fresh. We don't need that stuff that you weren't really connecting with. And I feel as though this person you're going to have a lot in common with. It can be something mundane as music. Even I see them as open to spirituality, but it's more of the mundane stuff where it's just nice to have someone like that where you can just, you have a lot in common and you like doing the same things. So I feel like it's going to be a lot more fun. And then I like how another thing that caught my eye was the tower. Yeah, but that tower is all put together and it's going towards that. So I feel as though this person's going to really build you up too. Tell us more about this new connection for pile number 3. Okay, 8 of Swords. You gotta just let it happen. I know certain situations, you have to believe too. And I see this connection actually being really good. But I do see as though you still need to remove old connections It's hard for me to do this myself too, where sometimes I'm just thinking, why do I bring up my ex-boyfriends? Why don't I bring up my ex-boyfriends? But I feel like there's sometimes, even with newer relationships, I try not to bring up exes unless it's more of a learning experience where I can say, they did this is what I've experienced. It's funny, whenever there's someone new, I always think, okay, don't bring up exes, and then I end up doing that a lot. The Sun card. But once you release those connections, you'll be able to bond with this new person. You're just gifted with so much happiness, but see, they're just going around and around and around and around. See, the thing is, I'm channeling from spirit that a lot of the same situations, kind of what I was talking about with exes, the reason why you might bring up those scenarios is because you might be getting triggered by certain words or situations, or you don't want this to happen, or you have a better perspective of what you want. Yeah, so I would say be mindful, because I'm feeling with this connection too, they don't really want to hear about your ex. So figure out ways to try and you can still communicate with what you want or don't want in a relationship. But at the same time, you don't have to really bring up ex. I think that this person would appreciate that a lot more. Actually, I'm going to say this one is actually in reverse. 8 of Pentacles. So, yeah, this person, they don't really have as much dating experience as you. So they're a little less go with the flow, and actually you make them nervous, but in a good way. You know, when you get butterflies and there's really like you, and they're actually kind of feel that back. A little insecure, but that's kind of what has them nervous, because they see you as sort of out of their league. So let's keep that in mind, you know, go easy on them a little bit. Alright, I feel like I need to shuffle this deck better. I will after this card. Well, I'm going to keep that card still. Okay, I'm going to see if I can shuffle these cards the regular way with these gloves. Yeah, I still can, so. Just because some of the similar readings of earlier, even though they were reversed, opposite ways of how the cards were in the other pile, but still. Okay, so then we have the Page of Wands. So this person that I was telling you about, how they're kind of nervous, they're about it. They're about starting this new journey. They're looking for the signs. They want some reassurance because it's something new, and like I said, they're not really that experienced. So if you know how I'm talking about and you're into them, I would say give them some words of encouragement, kind of see how they are. Dating could be weird because then you could just see how they like to talk. It's just interesting though, because some people are really romantic and then some people are not, and then some people kind of are. For me, for example, with communication, I love being really romantic. I think that's just how I've been kind of just used to being, especially with early dating. So it's interesting, but I have dated people who aren't so romantic, and it's different. So I would just see and test out how things are, and then maybe if you can tell they're being really sweet or flirting with you, and just really, if you're into them, show them that, give them those signs so they have that reassurance, because I think that'll get things moving along a lot quicker. Ooh, Queen of Swords. So yeah, I see this as a really strong idea and a really strong connection. To where it's like this person is the idea you've been waiting for, the kind of person. Because maybe you've gone through different phases of different types of people that you've liked to date in the past, and then maybe now that you've learned, you've refined your your taste in who you want to date. So I feel as though this idea is really strong with this person. So with that idea, express it more. And then lastly, we have the Seven of Wands in reverse. So I feel as though you had a lot of people, just kind of scummy type people with their own motives, and you're not really feeling like you have to focus on that kind of energy that you're trying to get away from, because you have this new crush vibe that you're really wanting to connect with. And because of that, your energy and frequency are attracting this more positive, fun, the type of love connection that you want. So the universe is kind of helping you out, and it's just the other kind of stuff. Either it's just not really affecting you as much, or it's just happening less. I hope it works out. Check out this video or this video.